journey. Let me clean up my face a little bit. I'm telling you, I was on earlier today. My normal time is 12 o'clock every day on YouTube. I'm also on daily at 10 o'clock Eastern Time on Instagram. So please join me. It's my alkaline vegan journey. We actually give support, encouragement, and information for those who are trying to take control of their health and wellness through initially fasting. And we've got a group of my alkaline vegan journey family members who are fasting right now, day 11 on a 21-day all water fast. How are you? All right. Oh, no. Okay, we'll get together. Okay, yes, I'm here in St. Lucia. I just moved to St. Lucia in February, and I am meeting so many fabulous people. I mean, really fabulous people. I love the culture. I love everything about St. Lucia so far, especially the water. I'm a diver, and I tank dive here in St. Lucia. I used to come before the pandemic to dive for sea moss. And actually, it wasn't for sea moss. I used to just dive. I came with a friend on a cruise and just loved it here. I mean, especially because of the volcanic activity, it is just amazing. It edifies everything, the water, the plants, the soil, the you name it. Everything here is extra edified because of the volcanic activity. But let's get to it. Today, we're going to talk about, this is day one, first part of the mango butter, the edible and the topical types of mango butter. I have a previous video on YouTube that shows me showing you the actual seed and how we come by the seed through piercing the pod. Let me show you the pod right quick. And inside the pod is an actual seed. This is the quickest one I could get to. And the seed, I don't know, depending on how old the seed is, it determines how old the mango is, it determines what the actual seed is. This is the pod. And this is the part you kind of devour, trying to get that mango meat off of with all the juices. And inside this pod, right in there, lies a seed. And the seed looks like this. Something like this. And I showed you all some of the other ones. This is kind of what it looks like. And what's interesting, I'm going to show you one that looks like it needs to be planted right away. This is one that looks like it needs to be planted immediately because it also has this little thing here, which is the root. All of this, once planted, causes the root to just implant itself, and the rest of the mango tree starts to form. So this is it, and I'm going to plant this one. But what we had were some that didn't have any of these lines. They were completely white. And what we did is we ground them. I took the food processor and I ground them. And that's what this is. And right now I'm forming an experiment. I put in a small bowl some of the mango seeds that were ground into a bowl, and in the pot itself is water. I want to do one that has water on the outside, nothing on the inside. I just want to boil it and have it, not inundated with any water or any other substance other than mango butter to see if it actually melts or what its reaction is. The other bowl, which is here, we're going to use this one, and we may add a little water to this or oil based on what happens to this. So you all stand by. We're going to kind of go do little snippets of this here and there because I have to go live. I can't actually do the filming of this because my phone is full. I have no space. So the only way I can show you these things is by doing these lives. So let's go through this and what we're going to do while we wait for that. Now, these didn't look much like the others, which were completely white. They had no holes in them. they had nothing. I'm just gonna put these in. All the shells are off. You know, make sure all the skin is off the outside, which they pretty well are. And these we would basically use topically. Those that are in the boiler and this one here, because they were so pristine white and really, I mean, fabulous in color, we're just gonna leave those so that they're for the edible forms of the seed. Now you see all of these. Let's turn this camera around. All of these, all of this needs to come off. I'm gonna take all of this off. It's funny, these here, what I could do is cut them up. I don't want to use too much of the, I want to keep my eye on these. And I keep the top off just so that I'm going to dump some of the water, because I don't want the water to get in the mango at all. I think it's too late. I think some of the, yeah, I think it is too late. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Let me bring this over here so you all can kind of see what I'm dealing with. I'm here in St. Lucia, but I didn't bring any of my equipment for doing my videos, which is sad, so sad. Okay, hold on 1 second. So what I'm looking at is how this is transforming. I believe some of the water may have gotten in here, and I hate that because I really needed a complete experiment with nothing but the, I'm gonna take this and pour some of this out. Really very low. Let's see. Yeah, but I think it does have water in it because it does feel a lot more clay, but I don't feel water, which is really interesting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one now, which is completely dry, and add it to, it's so amazing how, oh, I got other mangoes sitting up there. That's why I'm smelling mango. I thought it's because of these seeds, but it's not. It's because of the other mangoes that are ripening on my counter, on my table. So I'm gonna use these and add these. Let's hold it right. The water's already in there, hasn't yet started boiling, but we're gonna put those in. And I'm gonna continue to look at these because like I said, I believe these might have gotten wet. They're not just melting, they may have gotten wet. And I can feel the difference. And what I would do with something like this, because it's hot and melting, I would actually put these back in a blender and make the butter out of it with the water. Now, I believe that this could be substituted for oil, where once this gets, and that's why I want to do this experiment. I'm not, you know, I'm looking at some of the YouTubes and I'm seeing certain things, and I'm seeing some of the basics of the nature of the seed itself once it's blended. And with that, I want to kind of do some other things, especially for this that we're going to eat. These are for the edible purposes. These are for the topical purposes, where we can use them in our hair and on our skin. So we're not as concerned with how those are put together. But these we really are. Because once we get them at the right consistency, what we'll do is we will have them melted in such a way that we can add other seasonings to them to give that seasoning for butter, mango butter. So let's finish with these while we wait for those to do what it's gonna do. I'm gonna add all of those to a I really hate this shirt. I'm gonna take my shower too. It's really amazing how this, whether it's got water in it or not, how it becomes like a clay. And we'll see if this was actually water added to it by accident from the boiling water, or if it was actually because this melted. And we'll go through that. But while we're looking at that, we're gonna blend up the other mango seeds. And what I wanna do is have it so, wow, that's really nice. I really like that. But I have some that is mango butter, but it's gritty. And I don't like it on my skin. I don't like eating it. I don't know why it's gritty. So I want to try to reform it. Okay, here's some. And I think I need to do that with all of these. Just get all of this black stuff off. See, like this? I don't know. I don't know how to handle this. Like, really? And that's almost like cutting up the entire mango seed. I mean, look at that. There's so many damaged parts. Oh my God, that's the bug. It's like a bug is actually living in each and every one of these. And I found those bugs in every last one of these mango plants, except for the 3 that are in the ones for butter. Actual edible butter. Okay, we're gonna put these in there. So let's go through these. It's almost like we never have any left. We got rid of all these brown spots. But you know something? I can always add mango or some other fruit to this that's really good for topical use and make this into a, to change the color. So we don't have to deal with this ugly, ugly color. And I got more than enough mango to do that. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just take the actual mango and make a topical kind of cream with it. But I know using the fruit, you gotta be careful because it gives it a shelf life. And you actually have to keep it refrigerated, when you do all of that. So these kind of came apart. But look. And that was the reason why I kept the boiler's top off, so that we could basically have no water get into the boiler or into the, shoot. So yeah, what I will do is just go ahead and add some mango to these. So we'll have the mango smell, and it'd be something that you can also eat, because I love using products topically that you can also eat. Okay, let's check on the other mangoes right quick, or the mango seeds. Okay. This one we're gonna plant. So so much. That's good. Okay, let's check on it. Yeah, I actually believe now that it didn't actually get wet. It's actually melting. See? It's actually melting. Okay, let's keep letting it melt. I'm going to add a little more water to this. Let's see. Let's add a little more water to it. Okay. Maybe even a little more water. Let's just see. Okay, that, if you can see it, the water line is just around the edge of the actual bowl where the the mango seed is. So that should be well. So we'll let that continue to do what it's doing. And let's finish this. It's really interesting because there are a lot of mango seeds here that are so imperfect. I don't know what to work with. It's really, and I don't know what causes them to age like this. I'd really like to do a lot more research on this. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Get some of this. Because what I do not want is a dark colored cream because it's got all of these imperfections. Even though they may not even taint the complete batch, but I just don't want the risk of it. And this is new for us. We are more so involved with what's going on the inside. But as we notice, we got to have some things for the outside to make sure what we're doing to the inside correlates with both. This is amazing. Green. And it looks like a little embryo. Especially this one. This one really looks like an embryo. Isn't it amazing? It's like I kind of don't want to get rid of either one. Maybe I will just go ahead and keep those. It's really hard to decide because honestly, these things are, I don't know how to even describe them. Like something has got in them, and whatever that bug is, I think it gets in them and it just feeds off of it, killing the seed itself or allowing the seed to break. I don't know what the relationship is with that bug, but that bug I've been finding in all the mango seeds. And I wonder I got to do some more research. I really do. I really have to do some more research because it's very interesting. Okay. But I know I want the color that we're looking for has a lot to do with what we're doing right here, the prep work. Like, look at this. This is just white. This is kind of how we want the cream to look. Whether it goes in your hair, on your skin, or in your mouth. And I'm so glad to have been able to come on impromptu like this. My scheduled time to come on live is daily at 12 noon. I came on at noon and we did the first part of the mango butter. But as we experiment, more things come up and I wanted to add some more to it and just do a post. But I can't post anything because my phone is so full. I have no storage left. So I'm forced to do lives. So this will be posted as well, and I'm going to edit many of these things so that they're not so long, they're not so laborious, because I had to do them real time. Let's see. Let's get this one. I love them when they're white like that. And that gets that one. And it's funny because I really do treat each one differently based on the fact that some is for the internal use and some is for the external use. Now I do believe that if oil was added to this mango nut or seed, I think that it would probably, like a carrier oil, like, and I won't even say avocado. I mean, I would say avocado, not olive oil or coconut, simply because you see I'm heating it, and you shouldn't. You should try to stay away from heating those oils that have a low heat temperature, meaning that it didn't take much for them to reach their boiling point, because once they hit the boiling point, the whole substance becomes toxic. So, okay, I think these are good enough. That's it for that. It's very difficult to get this black stuff off because it's all over. Okay, that one's good. That one may be good. Okay, that one's good. I really like this one. This one is like no good. It just seems like, really, there's nothing that you can pull for that. Like, that's all gone. This one, maybe if I can get this centerpiece out. I wonder why they start decaying on the inside like this. Okay, I'm gonna check the boiling. And this is what I did to those that needed no trimming. They came out of the pot completely pristine white, ready to just go in the blender. I didn't have to do all of that for those. And all of these seem to have come with some sort of friend, if you know what I mean. It just seems like that, I don't want that. Okay, let's get this. That'll work. Let's get some of this off of there. Okay, it still has some imperfections, some darkness, but we're going to leave it like that. I think this one It's like goes all the way through. Yeah, it's kind of sad. People are so driven with money that they're no longer being friendly and community oriented. I was in Castries, and once you get out of the town and you go up into some of the different parts that you have to really hump those hills. And those hills are like this. I mean, slopes, I mean, just crazy. Let's look at this. And this is all the nuts, nothing else but the nuts, no water or anything. And it's doing a melting job. And my thing is, when I make this stuff, I want to be able to say it's all mango. I don't want to say it has mango and water, mango and oil, mango and anything. It's just all mango. Mango seed. Now, the way they do cocoa butter is similar in that it winds up being a kind of like an infusion where you take the cacao and you put it in water and you let the water extract the oil from the cacao and you scoop it off the top. Now you might need to do the same with this because I feel this changing into some sort of butter, because I thought this actually had some sort of water mixed in it, but this is not water. This is this actually melting, and it feels really great. I noticed with just the seed itself, it felt really great. So guys, we're gonna go past the boiling to a part 3, where we do another experiment with the mango seed that we're gonna use for edible purposes. This is for edible purposes, and this is gonna be for topical purposes. Now, I have some, and like I said, it's very gritty, and I do not like that grit. And I'm thinking that after we actually heat this, it needs to go back into the blender. And you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to add some sea moss to it, if anything. Sea moss to me is just a great carrier of all things. Forget all that other stuff. Some oils, like avocado oil, I'd be willing to do that. But I think for the most part, sea moss has so many benefits, and so does burdock root. Burdock root is a wonderful herb that's used topically so that it treats psoriasis, it treats eczema, all of those skin disorders. Burdock root is excellent for, but it can also be used internally as a blood purifier. So we're gonna work with that. I'm gonna blend these and see what this turns into as well. So let's blend these. And I'm gonna do a little more research on just mango seeds and go from there. Okay. itself, I may just put directly on the fire. You know how, and just boil it. You know, no water, just the plant itself to see, because I'm noticing that it does have this propensity to melt or to change consistency with heat. So I put it in the bowl to do the transfer of heat through the bowl, but it's actually melting. I mean, it is sticking to the bowl. So I believe that if I were to put it in a pan just by itself, I don't know. All of these are experiments. Every one of them. I've never made mango butter, never made cocoa butter, but I've done a lot of studying and researching. So this is going to be part 2 of our cocoa butter, making the edible form as well as the topical form. And I'm going to let you all go because I know these are kind of extended, simply because I don't have room on my phone to actually do a video with the different parts. And I do want to kind of, show every step of what I'm doing as far as making mango butter. So stay with me. I'll be back at 10 o'clock or 12 noon tomorrow to show you part 3 of making the mango butter, topical and edible. This is Robin from My Alkaline Vegan Journey, and look out for these things coming to my store, which is myalkalineveganjourney.com, where I'm in St. Lucia diving for your wild crafted sea moss. So